Lewis Show, episode 13, 912 Crew Sports. We got Jaron Lewis, Jordy Tippins, and a special guest today, Lavonte Allen. Thank you for joining, sir. And, of course, Mac Edwards. Boo.
Hey, y'all better watch out. Me and Vite go way back.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm thinking that it's going to be like at least 30 minutes of Mac talking tonight, just alone. I'm just kidding. All right, so Lavonte, I've got again. Thanks for joining.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for rescheduling about 3 times, so I appreciate you joining.
Yes, sir.
First off, let's start into our interview with you. I guess first thing, just tell me a little bit about you, what you do, and just who you are. Just a little elevator pitch.
That's fine. Well, as many of y'all already know, I'm coach. I coach at the Claxton Middle School. Basketball, football, assistant track coach. I'm also an entrepreneur. I run my own trucking company.
Okay.
That's how I provide for my family.
That's awesome.
And just being a mentor to the young fellas around the neighborhood, man. That's
cool. And you said you got 3 kids?
Yes, sir.
Three boys.
Taylor, Aiden, Kason, Allen.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I saw on your Facebook you're a Steelers fan.
Definitely.
Steelers fan.
Steelers.
I'm like, how did that happen?
Curtain.
How did that happen?
That was like the first team that I gravitated to as a youngin.
I mean, it's black and gold.
It was
So
Black and gold.
I get it.
It was
That
black and gold.
and my favorite player was Jerome Bettis once he left the St. Louis Rams. So
Okay,
he
the
went
bus.
He went to Pittsburgh, and
Yeah.
as a kid, we loved those power backs. It was Mike Allscott and guys like that. So
Yeah.
I was just gravitated to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was my first team I ever fell in love with. So
Okay.
that's that.
I see. Like I was just like a
He'll
couple.
Facebook stalk you now.
Yeah, I was. I already told him. I think it was like Corey Green, CO.
Yeah.
He's a big Dallas fan. I see y'all going.
He's a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Oh, Philadelphia
Yeah,
Eagles fan. Okay.
Definitely.
There could be worse teams than the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like,
I don't think it's nothing worse. Well, yeah, it's definitely teams worse than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So 3 kids,
Yes, sir.
coaching, everything.
Yes, sir.
First question is: you pour a lot of time into coaching your kid and local Claxton kids.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Yeah, it takes a long time to discuss that, but my main purpose is to give kids opportunities, that we didn't have coming up.
Right.
Right now, as many may know, Claxton is kind of, in our local neighborhood, it's kind of rough. And I just want to give, kids the opportunity in a safe place
Yeah.
to just be kids.
Right. Yeah, I think that, and that's kind of why I wanted you to be here, because I see what you're doing just from afar, right? And I can tell that having a good coach in town and mentoring kids is invaluable, right? It often goes underappreciated.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And
No, not often. It always does.
yeah,
I can tell you from the rec department standpoint, he's helped out there too. Like as a director, you want good for the kids, but I can only do so much.
right.
Yes, sir.
And people like him have to take over, and you got to be able to trust somebody and know that they got the right intentions. I mean, to have somebody like that in the community, I mean, it's huge.
I definitely appreciate
Nobody puts enough praise on what you do as like a lay coach or a community coach or
Yes, sir.
out there at the rec department or whatever. So I can tell you, from me, I appreciate what you do, and it helps
Definitely.
having those people in the community to
Most
step
definitely.
up and help.
Oh, definitely. I appreciate it, man.
Well, growing up with him,
Yes, sir.
it's pretty awesome
Yes, sir.
to see Lavonte pouring into these guys, and I'm gonna straight up say it, taking them down a path that is much different than me and him took,
Definitely.
and giving them an opportunity to succeed. With Leadership Evans, I deal with Miss Holly Durrance a good bit, and just today, talking with her about his son, I had no clue that his son was. I knew he was an awesome athlete, but I had no clue his son is also destroying school books. This man has already got certain achievements.
Yes,
He's
sir.
already got scholarships, and I was assuming that he was in high school. and was already headed out the door in the next year or two.
Yeah.
Dude is
14.
14 years old playing with the varsity,
Eighth grader.
playing up from JV straight with varsity, which is, I mean, that's pretty bad. And I will say this: Vitae was an excellent running back. He played quarterback a little bit, but I don't know that me or him ever would have had the opportunity to play up in anything we ever played.
Nah.
So to see you as a dad and a coach
Yes, sir.
getting that, I guess you would say, success out of your son, that's pretty awesome, dude. I'm proud of you.
I
Yeah.
am too, man. I'm proud of him too. He makes all of us proud, man. He's a perfect example of a student athlete. I'll tell you that.
Where did he get where did he get the smarts from, huh?
His mama.
Yeah,
Attaboy.
she got me through
Yeah.
Spanish in
Definitely.
high school. His wife.
Yes, my wife,
Okay.
Kiara Bacon. Yes.
Kiara Beckon, shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
All right. What does Claxton community mean to you?
It means a lot because, I mean, that's basically, my stomping grounds where I grew up at. It definitely helped me mold me into the man that I am today.
Yeah.
So I can never, ever forget, about Claxton and my community.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it kind of goes into like why you're doing what you're doing. It's
Definitely.
like you want the community to get better and
Just to get back
Yeah.
on track, man. Yes, sir.
absolutely. Who were some of your mentors growing up?
Growing up, my mentors was mostly my coaches. I mean, to be honest with you, my mom was a single parent. She raised 4 boys, 2 girls. So we really didn't have that father figure around. So I
Right.
linked more towards my coaches, my middle school coaches, my high school coaches. Coach Williams was very, part of my success coming up. Coach Norris Mincy, my friend Tevin Mincy.
Yeah.
I was close with him, so I always admired him and Coach Mincy relationship, and it just rubbed off on me. He was a big part, and Coach Cartwright too.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
And see, Tevin was like having another coach too.
definitely, love
Tevin
Tevin. That's
was
my
like
brother.
a high school player / coach.
Definitely,
He pushed all of us.
Yes, sir.
So, Vitae didn't get a break. How about that?
nah, definitely.
All right. And this is something that I'm dealing with, honestly, this question. What's the hardest part about coaching your own kid?
The hardest part about coaching my own is
I'll let you
I
think
can't-
about it for a minute, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you what the hardest part of mine is: not being too tough on them.
Yeah.
Like I have to back off sometimes. Sometimes I get in the truck after practice, and I'm like, I was too rough on her today.
Yeah, you got
Because
girls
I want-
too.
Yeah, I mean, like I want perfection. Everybody, and I have to kind of step back and look at it too. Everybody don't want it like I do.
Right.
Some people just want to go out there and have fun. Some people just want to kick back. The way I've been driven, I'm all about one thing. I'm trying to be as the best that I can be and what I can do, and a lot of times that carries over into coaching. And I want her to be. I want the best for her, and I want it for everybody. But I'm way too tough on her sometimes, and I exploit something sometimes that she does wrong or whatever more than I should have. And that's the toughest part for me for coaching my kid.
Yeah, the thing with me is like, I don't want to be, someone who drives them to hate the sport
Right.
that they're trying to practice.
I do that.
Right.
I do that bad. I'll be the first one to admit I have to walk out in the outfield sometimes. I'm just like, I'm gonna make her hate it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make her quit.
Yeah.
Because I am the way I am, and I'm tough on all my girls that are on my softball team. I'm tough on every single one of them, but I don't know. I just feel like if you demand that from them, it just carries on into life. Like
Yeah.
don't just settle for okay. Don't just settle for a win. You want to be that much better.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what I want for them, and that's what aggravates me when maybe they don't want it quite as good. They're 10.
Yeah.
Of course they don't
Yeah.
want it as good right
Yeah.
now, but
Yeah.
I'm
See, I'm the opposite. Walt was giving me trouble the past couple of years coaching Luke. I'm the type guy, like, I'm gonna separate myself because I want a Lavonte
Yeah.
on top of my. I mean, you saw it this
Yeah.
year in football.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent most of my time with JJ and the line and all these other kids, and I want to be on Luke, and there's many times that I wanted to go grab him because I can't stand that quit.
Right.
I ain't gonna have no quit, and I guess I had to separate myself from that because I didn't want to be the dad that was over there choking my
See,
kid.
y'all have something. All three of y'all have something I don't have, and that's boys.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I don't know if it would be different. Like I feel like I treat Hartley and Sadie different.
Oh, of course.
I treat them different on on when they're playing the same sport. I treat them different when I'm coaching them. But I don't know how I've coached boys.
Right.
I've coached girls, but I don't know that I would be any different. But like I could see that,
Yeah.
And if you don't know the hardest part, you can. I mean, what's an important part of coaching your own kid? Like, what's been, something that you've done? Well, I mean, you obviously, molded a good athlete, right?
Sure.
What did you start young, or what's the secret?
Definitely.
Tell me.
To be honest with you, it's no hard parts because he's just a really good kid. I mean, he's respectful, and he's manable. He's a hard worker. So it makes my job easier.
Right.
And if you can say, but I'm the hardest on him. I mean, I come down on him. Sometimes I think I'm going too hard.
Right.
Especially the era that I grew up in and
Yeah.
how we was being coached.
Yeah.
I try to sometimes use them antics, but this new generation, if you push too hard, they'll push back.
Mm-hmm.
They'll
That's what I get.
they won't take it. But listen, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He works hard. All the coaches, they'll say the same thing. They vouch for him.
Yeah.
And I started with him young. We started at the rec department. I put him. He was 6 when he first started playing tackle football, and ever since then we just been rolling.
Right on.
That's awesome. What's his favorite?
Now it's basketball. He loves football. He had an amazing season this year in football. His last year, this year, we was number 1 in the region, and he tweaked his ankle, so we lost like 3 or 4 straight and knocked us out of the playoffs. But basketball is he fell in love with basketball. I was at the age too when I was trying to figure out which one I'm gonna go with. I was more of a football guy.
Oh yeah.
I loved football, but it's total opposite. When he loves the basketball, loves basketball.
Cool.
And we actually doing AAU right now.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
The rec department went down to Liberty County. I might have saw you and talked with you about it.
Yes, sir. Last week.
Yeah, we went last week. Was it Wednesday? I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
Liberty County. Of course, I know they play a lot of AAU ball, but man, they had it going on as far as basketball team.
Really?
And you could tell all of those kids have been playing together. I think that one of those teams won the state championship the year before. But you can tell they're all AAU teams.
Definitely.
And like the coaches, it's just like you. I could tell a lot of those coaches were what I call like community coaches. Like they didn't have a kid on the team.
Yeah.
And they were, man, they were well coached. They knew exactly where to be. When somebody missed a shot, there was 3 players standing there where they needed to be.
Yeah.
Like, they was following shots. They was doing everything that they needed to.
Playing
And
with
like that AAU ball really, and I'm not just saying that, like you got to play a lot of ball. Like
Definitely.
whether it's softball, football, or whatever. The
Definitely.
more that you can play in game time situations, the more you learn. But you could tell that those kids were just basketball players. They wasn't playing football during football season and just got through and was playing basketball. They were basketball players.
Wow.
And they were good. But we went down there and we played 2 games, and we played back to back. We got one team with 10 kids on it, and we played the first team. They beat us pretty good. Like I said, they were a good team. They said, now y'all gonna play our 10U team. We're a 10U. I was like, now we're gonna play your 10U. Like, yeah. So that was our 9U team. It's like, oh, okay. And the 8U team was just as good. Like I'm talking about, they knew basketball up and down.
Really?
But you could tell down there that it was just, it's a different culture with basketball because they opened the gym. They had in that gym they had 2 courts, and like I said, they had what I call like community coaches that don't have a kid on the team, and like they were coaching it up. Like that's what you have to have good programs.
No doubt.
And it's hard to get that to people. Hey, you got to have people like Coach that's going to put in the time and say, hey, we're coming to the gym tonight. We're going to open it up. And if the rec department had a gym of our own, we could do that. We could have open gym nights and stuff like that. We could run summer basketball leagues and that kind of stuff. And you could tell that's what they do. They have two gyms of their own. They were playing basketball, but to make good basketball players, good athletes, you got to have them steadily in a gym or on the field or something. You know?
Yeah, definitely. You got to continue. You got to always I always tell my kids, don't just pick up the basketball during basketball season.
That's right.
Like, if you want to be good, you got to, literally play year round.
Yep.
You know.
Well, and baseball is the same way.
Right.
A lot of kids. Hey, last game, take the glove, throw it in the corner of the closet, and they pick it up first day of practice next year.
Yeah.
You're not getting any better like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not. But I do like the fact that we have a lot of kids that play everything. Like our kids, and I'm not knocking our kids as far as basketball, because we got a lot of good football players that were playing basketball, and we got several good baseball players that play all three of them, which I'm proud of. I guarantee you, if that same basketball team said, all right, we're going to scrimmage out in football, it'd be a different story. And then the same thing in baseball. But they were a basketball team.
Yeah.
And, our kids are well-rounded. We got a single-A school. I think all 2 or 3 high schools down there, AAA, quad A, whatever. But yes, it takes a lot to pour into a community and to make good athletes. And they got it going in the right direction down there. And for us to get it going back, like you mentioned before, we're trying to build a community, the school system back up. We got to have that. We got to have people to step up and do it. And we're getting that at the rec level. We're starting to get that. We got several coaches right now that they might have a little brother on the team or a nephew or something like that, but they show up and coach. And man, that makes such a big difference in being there. And why I was asking, what's one of the main things that you've done for your son to help? And one of the things I can think of, and it goes for all of us sitting here, is just showing up.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Just showing up. And pouring it into it, doing a little bit more than average.
Yeah.
And that's just what it takes.
Well, I can tell you from Facebook stalking you, you're doing more than average.
Definitely, man.
I'm an average dad.
Definitely.
Okay?
Definitely.
You're doing a lot more than average.
I appreciate it,
While being a trucker.
While being a trucker. Yes, sir. So,
I guess this leads me through the conversation. Are you going to? I know you got 2 younger sons.
Right.
What are their ages?
4 and 1. Well,
okay.
4 and 5 months.
Okay. Oh, shout out. Yeah. All right. So Jalen gets older. Are you gonna continue to kind of follow him up? Are you gonna, how are you gonna work that from being a coach? I mean, you're just gonna.
Personally, I think my purpose is at the middle school.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna continue to let him, go up. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I feel like, he's gonna be in good hands, definitely.
Right
with some of these new coaches that's coming in.
Cool.
That we just got in. I got trust that,
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, man, if he goes up and coaches something else, like it's gonna be a hole in the middle school,
Right,
So
right. Yeah. So
I think that's good for the program for sure.
Definitely.
All right, so and this may be hard, but most rewarding moment you've had coaching. It could be with your son. It could be when you first started. However, I know it's kind of a tough one to think about, but
one of them I go with when I was at Rec. We won the 10U state championship with the guys. They killing it now. Shout out to Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah playing basketball?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Jeremiah, Sevion.
Sevion is fast as lightning.
Yes,
oh my gosh.
Javion Harper, Christopher Hills. There's some key pieces in there that's going to turn this thing around.
Yeah.
And that was one of my defining moments. I helped those kids achieve something that, many couldn't. And just to see them, smiling. To this day, we still talk about that. That's an accomplishment for me.
Cool, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. What do you hope the kids that you coach remember about you years from now? Thinking back, like you were talking about Norris and Coach Williams, how they meant a lot to you. What's one thing you think about that those kids will say, man, I remember Coach Allen.
Just being, like Jared said, just being present. And, just being there for them, just being a mentor. Just, being open to them and, being able to have them to be comfortable and confidence in me to, talk to me, come to me about things that they might not tell their parents.
Yeah.
Just someone to
Confide in.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
All right. Hard stuff. Hard questions are over. So I got pregame hype song. All right, and I want you to give me two. And this might be hard again, but I want you to give me like pregame hype song, high school Lavonte, and like maybe not Coach Lavonte. What would you get driving to the rec or the gym or whatever? Like we putting on Ludacris or Celine Dion.
For me, high school, it's probably some Young Jeezy.
Okay, yeah.
Young Jeezy, T.I. What else? That song we came out. What was that song we used to come out to, man?
No,
I remember the one when we came out and you were singing some song about dressed in all black. I can't even know what the name of the song was, and I was the furthest thing from a rap kid. But let me tell you
Camouflage.
When
Camouflage.
VT used to talk about
Camouflage.
dressed in all
Oh
black,
my God.
and that was
He's from Savannah, right?
Yes,
that's when we had just got jerseys donated. Remember
Yes,
that
sir.
guy let us
Yes,
go
sir.
and wash his trucks.
Definitely.
And he donated, and we were literally all black. We
Definitely.
had the old
All-
school,
yes, sir.
just
sir.
black with numbers.
With numbers on it, with
And
black everything.
Paul on her chest, Paul on her helmet, old
sir.
school.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
that was the coolest uniform that I like in my football time.
Definitely.
And one of those games, man. And I mean, we went my senior year, we went undefeated in the Grove. So every
And
time
he's
we
not lying
played-
about that too. I've seen, people might have questioned that, but he's not lying about that. He's not
I mean,
lying.
we literally tore everybody's butt up to come to
sir.
the Grove, and
Yes,
that
sir.
we were on the goalpost fixing to run through, and Lavonte was
What was
singing.
Mac's hype song?
Mac was with us most of the time. He was just jumping around.
I was jumping around. I did. What was the? What
Eye of
was
the
that?
Tiger?
Put on for my city.
Jeezy?
I put on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
put on
sir.
for my city.
Yes, sir.
I remember. Felix
president.
downloading me some stuff
Oh,
on
yeah.
on my iPod.
Yeah.
And Felix was into that game. My mind was not into that game.
Definitely. Definitely.
But I mean, I might have had some George Strait Troubadour coming on after that.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I think I used to get hyped off of them.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
do.
definitely,
I really
definitely.
do.
So that was more.
Because I mean, there's no secret. My senior class was good, but that
Definitely.
class was the athletes.
And
I mean, it really was.
Were you
after we
after
came
him?
out, yes, sir.
He was
Okay,
year
Yes,
after.
sir. After we came out, it was Eye of the Tiger. That really,
Yeah.
once we step on that field and the Eye of the
Classic,
Tiger come
for
on,
sure.
it was time to go.
Speaking of the Grove, they tearing it down, dog.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw someone post about it. I'm like,
I think they just tore one section of the
Yeah.
bridge down
That's
there.
all. Yeah.
is that all they're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I think is going to happen is what would be the south end, the field house end,
Yeah.
from the press box on down, the trees were really pushing on the cement
Yeah.
bleachers. It actually broke one of them.
Yeah.
And so I think what they've done is they've tore those bleachers down. They took the trees down, the pecan trees.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to build back, but I mean it was a safety thing. So hopefully they build it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's very emotional to see them tear it down.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so much rich history out there at the Pecan Grove.
I want to go do a podcast out there.
Yeah.
Like instead of in here, just do one out there.
Definitely.
I feel like that'd be cool.
There's been I've got my butt chewed out a good bit on that field.
Definitely.
Good bit.
Definitely.
Got the butter from the duck on that field.
Yes, sir.
Got all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We had some wars.
Yeah.
We went through
So pregame hype song now, has it changed at all? Are you still putting T.I. and Camouflage on? Shout out
for me, I'm basically just going off of what the kids put on. I don't
Okay.
really get into it. I just let them
Yeah.
get hyped in the locker room, let them play their music, whatever they listen to.
Anything anything's like, this slaps or
Nah, I don't dare to listen to what they listen to. I just can't get groovy with what they listen to nowadays.
all right,
So
all right.
I'll just listen to what I listen to, my old music.
I got you.
Yes, sir.
All right. After a big win, right? What's the Allen family doing for dinner? Like, what's a celebratory meal? Y'all doing a cookout? What you doing to celebrate that?
Yeah, if it's not in a away game,
Right.
my wife, she'll cook. But most of the times, if it's away, we just stop and eat out, or go back out. But we don't really have a celebration dinner.
Okay.
We celebrate. celebrate over dinner, whatever she cooks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good answer. I mean,
is
that's a good answer.
That's a safe answer.
Yeah, very safe.
Very
He's
safe.
smart,
I
man.
don't want to hear about this when I get to
He's
the
like
house,
me now.
man.
His wife is a thug. She ain't putting
Yeah.
up with a whole bunch.
I be
mine,
questioning.
mine does not play.
No.
All right. You might have already answered this, but I put at the end. I said, at the end of the day, why do you keep showing up for the kids?
Like I say, man, just just to want better, just to see better, just to want them to do better.
Yep.
And just be a model male figure for the kids.
Yeah.
I love kids. I just want to see kids do great. We don't have too many opportunities, in the community of Evans County, but
Right.
whatever I can do, whatever I can lend, that's what keeps me going.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, I'm sure I speak for a lot of people, but and speak for these two. Thank you for all you do for the
Definitely.
community.
I appreciate it, man. I
Thanks for the
definitely
support.
appreciate it. Yes, sir.
All right, so this is the next segment called All Gas, No Brakes
Right.
Oh.
with Lavonte Allen, sponsored by Claxton.
Claxton
Oil.
all gas, no brakes.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Are we
All
gonna
right.
do the with the brakes and all?
Absolutely, 100%. We may put camouflage on there
Yeah,
instead.
dude. If you put all black, I might get pumped up and like suit up already.
All right. All right. So you just got to pick one or the other. All right. Football, basketball,
Football,
offense, defense,
defense,
Yes.
Roethlisberger or Bradshaw,
Roethlisberger,
run or pass,
pass,
high key or low key,
low key,
tough love or calm teaching,
tough love,
LeBron or Michael,
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
don't
Drake or Kendrick.
Kendrick,
Good answer. Good answer.
A minor.
Fish or hunt,
fish,
dunk or pick six,
pick six,
sweet tea or soda.
sweet tea.
All right. That was All Gas,
Yes, sir.
no breaks, but with Lavonte Allen.
Yes,
He
sir.
did that like
Yeah,
a
that was
pro.
that was
so-
pro.
Yes, sir.
All right, so now we got the water tower, and
Oh yeah. I'm excited about
I'm
it.
excited about this one
Yes, sir.
because I think we're gonna see some new names.
Yes, sir.
And,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whenever you need a minute or you got it, you ready?
Now listen,
Yeah.
Yep.
everybody at home.
Disclaimer.
Everybody at home.
Please know who your center, your guard, your tackle.
No, stop.
Oh, I didn't know
Stop.
what you was talking about.
Stop. This is Lavonte's water tower. I
Mine.
don't want to hear no beef. I don't want to hear Quinn Bacon and no down in the comments. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
This is Vite.
Yes,
Leave
sir.
it alone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. It was so many athletes that came through Claxton. It was hard to pick 5. Right now, I'm just gonna flow off the head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't jot down none because it's too many to pick from
Right.
for me. So, for me, I'm probably start with when I was elementary. I came to a few games with my brother, and I think it was 98, 99. I think it was, we call him J5.
Yeah.
I think they nicknamed him Downtown
Okay.
Johnny Brown.
Yeah.
I think he was Steph Curry before Steph Curry.
He was coaching Reedsville's team,
Yeah.
Right.
team the other day.
Right. So I always, loved him. I ended up growing up playing with him at Bacon Ford, just to really experience his game.
Yeah.
So he's one. 2, I'll go back to that 2001 team in that area when they made it to the state championship. My favorite player for me off of that team, basketball, was Carl James.
Yeah, Carl.
He's
Everybody
left-handed.
forgets about Carl.
Yeah.
Listen, Carl, for me, I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
And that's who, growing up, I wanted to imitate my game. Like, he was downhill, quick, pick you up full court.
Yeah.
I just loved his game, loved his shot. Now, there's plenty on that team.
Yeah.
I could have at
No
least
shade.
picked
Oh yeah.
5 off of that team, but for me,
Yeah.
Carl James was my favorite player. But I loved it smooth and
Yeah.
Stu Bell, God rest his soul, and John Boy. Speaking of John Boy, my favorite athlete of all time in Claxton, for me.
Yeah.
He was like superhero to us coming up. He was like Superman to us. So John Boy, you know, he's number 3. I go with Delvin Diggs.
Yes.
Gotta go with Delvin Diggs. We
Diggs,
played
yeah.
with Diggs, man. Diggs was a workhorse, man. Diggs was a workhorse, and I never seen nobody. For me, I never seen nobody work as hard as he did in practice, man. It was literally like, it was hard to hit Delvin in practice. So I can just imagine, you know, the opponents, what they had to go through.
And I mean, his work ethic from practice to the weight room.
Definitely.
I mean, work ethic. As far as a work ethic of a player, maybe not the best player that's ever played,
Right.
but the best work ethic of any player I've ever been around.
Definitely. And he just really showed us, you know, taught us we got to pick our game up every day. You know, it ain't no days off.
Good to have somebody like that on the team.
And then he
Definitely.
can take a player.
Man, he didn't take a play off. I mean, I got plenty of bruises trying to hit Delvin. And last but not least, I go with, you know, my era. I go with Chris Bellamy. I don't know how Matt
Shout out.
forgot Chris.
I know.
I had a bone to pick with
I
Matt,
know.
but Chris Bellamy was a dog.
Man, I forgot who played on his offensive line.
Get out
Wait,
of here.
every
It's a
year
tough
it
spot.
was we rotated. You know, I don't think really too many. You know, but he played with a lot of linemen, so I give him grace on that.
Yeah.
One. But for me, Chris Bellamy, man, he was a 3-sports horseman, man. He was good in football, basketball. He also shot put.
Chris
track,
had any
so.
brothers?
Yeah,
Yes,
JB.
Jamal Bellamy. Yes, JB. That's his younger brother, but
I can
Chris was a
remember,
dog.
speaking of Chris, and I don't know if we talked about this when Donnie had him on his tower, but I remember Chris was nasty about on kickoff return, letting his guy pass him. And the only reason he did it was to just cream them when they turned around.
definitely.
And some of the nastiest sounding hits. And I mean, he was a heck of an athlete. Like, he could catch anything you threw at him.
Oh yeah.
He could. I mean, there was not one aspect of any sport that he lacked in.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember us being in middle school, and he just was so much bigger than ever. I mean, he was our tight end.
He was a
then,
physical freak, man.
and he just it
Freak
was
of
like,
nature.
what is this? I mean, he was a man amongst children.
Definitely.
I mean, he really was.
Definitely.
Yeah, I should be shot for getting that one.
Man,
It's hard to get everybody. That was like you said.
Yeah, it is,
When,
man.
then
Like
when
I
you start
said,
thinking about somebody that kind of snowballs in their era or who played with them, it's tough.
and trust me, I'm gonna have so many family and friends.
Yeah. That's why I hadn't done one yet.
Yeah,
Like,
I can
bro,
name about 40 people.
that's what I'm
that
telling
all
you. It's
would be
so many
legit, you know.
Give me 2 people like on the ladder.
on the ladder.
On the ladder.
For me,
OLI.
honorable mention.
Yeah.
For one, I'm gonna go with the young guy. I'm gonna go with Scooter Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love coming to watch Scooter Taylor play. He was a dog, basketball and football. I don't know if he played baseball or not, but
he did.
He played up until I don't remember if he played his senior year or not, but he was a good baseball player too. I remember him out at the red department.
Yeah, he was a great baseball player.
and I go with smooth. You know, I love the smooth game, football and basketball wise. He was a tough athlete too, and he earned that nickname, Smooth. Like if you played with him or
I
watched
watched
him
him throw
play,
some off the shot clock down there at Armstrong and dunk it. We used to have a
right?
dunk contest.
You
every
know,
year.
smooth.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I say, it's so many like you know Motown and Think and all of them. Like it's so many that you can name. So
Yeah.
I just hope family and friends, y'all don't
Don't
kill
get-
me, man.
Yeah, don't
It's
rush
his
on
fault.
me.
It's hard to narrow it down to five.
Yeah.
It's hard, but that's my 5. I go with J5, Chris Bellamy, John Boy. Hey, I done forgot who I named in my 5. That's how quick.
Um,
That's
the-
good.
Well,
Devin
Carl.
Diggs.
Devin Diggs, yeah.
and Carl, my favorite player. Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
That was awesome.
Yes, sir.
That's a good 5. That's a
Yeah.
strong 5.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Even them boys on the 2001 track state,
Yeah.
2002 state track team, Kalanji and
Yep.
Meat Man. and
Meat Man, all them.
shout out to the twins too,
Oh, yeah.
Dante and Jonte, they was on the comments too.
Yeah,
Like how y'all forgot about us.
Yeah,
They was some athletes too. So
They were definitely probably some of the fastest,
Oh,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely. You know,
fastest people I've ever been around.
yes sir. Yes,
Well,
sir.
cool, man. Well, thanks for the interview and your water tower. I
definitely.
appreciate it. Is there anything?
I do want to say one thing,
Yeah.
just from me working in the community. There's been multiple times that I've called Lavonte about situations and not to be a snitch, not to be anything like that, but to be an opportunity for somebody. And
So-
there's not one time he hadn't picked up the phone. And if he does that for me, I can only imagine what he does for these guys that he coaches.
Yes
And
sir.
I'm gonna give you a huge shout out for that. I know
Appreciate it.
Coach Williams is probably one of the biggest mentors to me and you both.
Definitely.
Um,
Definitely.
and I will tell you, you are rivaling his love for, and that's the thing that I think that if I could say one thing you missed when you were talking about yourself, and it's the same thing Coach Williams would have missed talking about himself, but the love that you have. These guys need love.
Yes sir.
They need love
Yes,
first.
sir.
They need somebody to hug. They need somebody to love on them. I mean, Jared and me's talked about this at the rec department. That's what I love the most, was just hugging on the kids.
Yes sir.
And there is no doubt in my mind those kids are getting all of your love 100%.
Definitely,
And
man.
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate y'all, man. Like I say, that's a key component of why I coach too, just to show love and get love from the youth. I know sometimes the adults might not see
Yeah.
the true love behind it, but I definitely love the kids.
That's awesome.
Also, shout out to Coach Tomlin, man. He gave me the opportunity once I left the rec department. He gave me that opportunity to come up to keep coaching. So, I mean, I got to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
He's been helping mentor and help me coach.
And he's
Ryan's been in the community a long time
Definitely.
too.
Yeah.
and
Definitely. I got love for
he's
Coach.
restoring the role.
Right.
Definitely
And I
restoring the
love-
role, man.
I
We
love-
rocking that. I ain't got it on me right now, but we definitely got some
Right.
shirts and collar shirts that say restore the road. That's what we're trying to get back to, man.
And that's an awesome motto. And
Definitely.
I'm behind it 100%.
Most definitely.
Is there, anything you want to tell anybody who's watching? Just a word of advice, or just thank anybody that you haven't thanked, or anything you want to tell, whoever watches this? A message, a motto.
I just really appreciate the support. Sometimes, it's hard to get love out here
Yeah.
in today's age, but the ones that truly, that's genuine, that support me, I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I also, appreciate the ones that help mentor me and guide me and keeping me on this path to get better at, at what I'm doing. That's really about it. I ask the community to keep supporting me, stand with me, stand behind me. Let's change the narrative about Claxton.
Yeah.
Get back on track, and
Yeah.
just spread love. That's my biggest thing, spread love, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of negativity going on.
There it is.
If
So-
you ever need anything, another coach for one night, or
Yeah.
you got my number. I ain't too good at sports, but
Yes,
I can repeat stuff.
Yes, sir.
And
Good
like,
hot man.
I'm a great hot man.
And
I got a question. I
he
do.
can make some hot.
I believe it. I do want. I was watching y'all page, and I do want. Whenever y'all have some time, I'll shoot y'all a schedule. Drop in,
Yeah.
come watch
Yeah.
a game, come interview.
Yeah.
I've seen y'all do that a couple times. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that, and I support that.
Yeah.
And I just want to give these guys, the younger guys, a chance to see things like that.
Yeah.
Might give them a chance to put
Well,
a
you
microphone in
got
their
to
face.
show them too that when you do right and you practice hard and you do the right things, you're gonna get shown.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Well,
sir.
that's been one of
Yes,
the
sir.
cool things that, like with us, that I've seen with us interviewing some of the players and stuff like that. I remember the day growing up when we were jogging back to the field house,
Right.
and the high school team had WTOC setting
Yes, sir.
up chairs for
Yes,
them
sir.
to talk.
Yes, sir.
I remember Jonte and Dante sitting in a chair in the end zone
Yes, sir.
talking to WTOC. And we can't be WTOC, but we can still provide somewhat of a platform for these guys.
Definitely.
And I mean, when they're able to go back on Facebook and watch a conversation, and I think it's going to be something cool for them. And that's
Definitely,
what I want
definitely.
to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I kind of like in the beginning of this whole thing, I kind of equated it to like, you know, back in the day, like you would look at I'm in the newspaper, or like,
Yeah.
you know, go to page 6. That's, you know,
Yes,
I had a
sir.
good game. That they
Yes,
said
sir.
something
Yes,
like
sir.
that. I kind of would like it to be something like that, and it is hard. We've come to find out that like all of our schedules are really full, and but you know, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah, man. Like I say, whenever y'all get time, you know,
Yeah.
just drop in sometimes. Y'all got my number. I can reach out to y'all.
Yeah.
You know, just, you know, being supportive. I understand, you know, everybody got a job and a family,
Yeah.
and, you know,
We'll make time.
Definitely. So whenever y'all make time, just, you know, just shoot me a heads up, or Coach Tomlin.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just let us know.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Well, again, man, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, man. I
appreciate
appreciate y'all,
all you
man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
It's good to see y'all.
And
y'all.
that is it for episode 13. Thank you for watching, and you know, support Lavonte and all the coaches, really, and all the kids. You know, support the coaches. If you're interested in coaching, don't be afraid to go coach. It's rewarding and it gives back. So, thank you for watching. See you.